Andrew, thanks very much for joining us. First of all, perhaps a little bit of a background about Armstrong's.
Armstrong's in the UK took over all the sort of historical pump and legacy pumps round about sort of 4 or 5 years ago now when they took over Holden and Brook, which is the last one. We manufacture large-scale circulators for massive buildings, as well as do sort of pre-packaged plant rooms that maybe include other people's boilers and heat pumps. We also have a range of things like tenant packs and tenant firms, which operate as a heat substation or a heat interface unit within buildings. So we're quite really well entrained into the sort of district heating business.
There's a massive focus today on heat networks,
yes.
And when that gets involved, there are massive challenges with heat networks, isn't there?
There are, and whether it's heating or cooling, just the sheer scale of the amount of volumes of water that we're pumping around, the lengths and distances that we have to transport that water over, as well as sort of control strategies that tie everything together to make sure things are doing the right thing. And it's very, very easy to oversize and put things in that are too large that starts to drop efficiency. So yeah, the challenges are there from a manufacturing point of view.
One of the points that you made in your presentation was early engagement.
Yeah.
How important is that?
It's massively important. I think we do have a difficulty in this country that maybe we sort of go away and we do the consultancy work and then we only bring the manufacturers in towards the end. And as manufacturers, we have a responsibility to drive that technology forward, and we're often the ones that know more about what's actually going on from a technology point of view and what can be implemented. So that early engagement allows us to get that over to either the client or the consultant or the contractor who's going to be installing it, so we can then make best use of that technology. And it also drives technology forward.
And you also mentioned as well, and you just mentioned it there, control strategy. That again is a vital part of this.
It is. I mean, if you start to think that you're now transporting water from a district energy centre, and some of the comments that were made today about bringing heating from different sources and joining networks together and transporting, almost like a smart grid for heat, how you do that and your control strategy and how you operate those pumps is now very, very in the spotlight, and you've got to develop a strategy that will sit with that. It's
a major project, isn't it? It's a major coming together.
It's a major undertaking, yeah. And it's getting the relevant people to talk to one another and the relevant buildings to talk to one another.
What have you made of today?
It's been great. Obviously, I've enjoyed it. I think some of the other speakers that we had, and it's great to hear everything through from the policy side of things and what's actually going on, and from the financing as well, all the way through to some of the technologies that are out there and that are available that can be sort of deployed now. Really.
Fantastic. Thank you.